Happy Aloha Friday, everyone, and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host, Chad Owens. You made it through another week, and I hope it was a winning one for all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We've got an exciting show for you guys, like we always do. But man, there's so much to talk about in the world of sports, especially here locally, so I can't wait to dive into it. But before we do, I have to say mahalo to Long's Drugs for all of your support. The weekend is upon us, so let's make sure we're making Long's Drugs a part of our days. Let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football head coach Timmy Chang has had his hands full since first arriving here back at Manoa and really coming back to his alma mater, taking things over. He had to get things going fast, and he did just that. And I've been commending him on this and on the great job he's done in a short notice of assembling the staff, right? Getting the community behind him, starting to build the roster after losing all of these players, right? He's done an amazing job. He's already winning as the new head coach of our football team, but he's got a lot more things to do, things to iron out in a short period of time now that August 27th, week 1 against Vanderbilt is approaching. And one of the pivotal positions, the quarterback position, the most scrutinized position, the most watched position, that's what we're all waiting on. And he alluded to saying, hey, he's going to be soon giving 2 quarterbacks majority of the reps. We don't know who they are, but they've been battling all summer, all camp. We got a glimpse of a couple of these guys during the spring. And so, the thing about competition, and I've spoken to this, it just makes you better, right? It makes you better as a player, as a person, and even as a coach, right? Having to make this decision is tough. And for Coach Chang, who has been on the other side of this as a player, right? Dealt with it when he was at the University of Hawaii, right? Battling some guys that were maybe older, veterans, but he eventually got his time. And so he's now in the position of, okay, who do I pick? Do I go with experience, right? Do I go with, a younger guy that we can have for 3 years? So, so all of these things, right? But at the end of the day, it comes down to this. Who's going to give us the best chance to win? Not necessarily saying that this guy's better than this guy, but for what they need to get done, their offense requires a certain skill. And the quarterback position, leadership, right? Everyone's looking at you, right? They're looking at you. And so not to put any pressure on these guys, but that's what it comes down to. And so Coach Timmy Chang, and his staff, they're going to be honing in here very soon, because as a former receiver, we want to know who's going to be throwing us the ball. We want to know who our guy is. Although we rally behind every quarterback, because the second stringer, third stringer, hey, at some point they might be playing, so we have to feel comfortable with all of them. And so with that, look, good luck. Continue to grind it out, guys. And again, to my former quarterback, bro, you've done an amazing job with everything so far, and I can't wait. The time is just around the corner. Let's go, Bows. We're going to stay right here with the University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football team. They've been going through some adversity. Spoke on it. New regiment, new team, whole new culture, which is for the better. It's our culture. It's Hawaii football culture. And it's back, the brotherhood. But they've sustained some injuries lately. The flu bug, a few guys are sick that are out, that they wanted to get quality reps for. And one of those guys, it's hard for me to talk about this, but my son, who, went from being a quarterback his entire career, participating in spring ball, and I'm referring to Chad Owens Jr., he got asked to switch to receiver. And he was excited about it because he was still able to compete and be part of the brotherhood. Just sustained an injury this week broke his foot. That's going to require surgery. And although he's got, a long, career ahead of him, as an athlete, as a father who was an athlete, who understands the adversities that come with injuries and things like that, it's hard for me not to feel his pain. But the thing that I'm most impressed about is his headspace right now. He's in good spirits. He's positive. He's uplifted. He's still being that team guy. So for me as a father and someone who loves sports and really appreciates true character, athletes, is very, it makes me proud as a father and as a football fan to see athletes like that. So along these same lines, we talk about athletes going through adversity. We talk about athletes, maybe the guys that aren't playing, you don't know what they're going through. They've got a guy on the staff now, right? Coach Jeff Reinbold, who is the director of player development. I think it's a crucial position. Crucial hire at a crucial time. Coach Reinbold brings a plethora of experience. I've played for Coach Reinbold. I know his philosophies. I know the type of coach he is. And when you want to talk about player development, shoot, let's add coach development in there. I think he's going to be a huge attribute to the entire staff, which for the most part is fairly young. Experienced, but young. So Coach Reinbold is going to be not only a director of player development, I think he's going to develop some of these coaches as well. And to have that type of experience added to the staff, it's a game changer. It is a huge game changer. So Coach Jeff, man, so thrilled, so happy for you. I saw the interview, your emotions. You're talking about what makes us different, what makes the University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football team different is the people that are behind it. The people that we get to go out each and every day at practice, every game, to represent, to put on our backs, and knowing that we have the support of the people. It's interconnected, it's intertwined, and that's what's so special about it. And Coach, I just love that you've embraced the Hawaii culture your entire career. You're just in love with this place. You're passionate about this place, and I sense that when you got hired and you're back out there, it's going to be a game changer for us. So thank you, Coach, for your love, your passion, your aloha, and continue to pour into these kids, right? And it's these kids, the injured, the guys that are out, the second string, the third string, to help continue to make them understand that, hey, no, look, you're a part of this team. You have a place on this team. There's a reason you're on this team, and that's to make everyone better, right? So, Coach, thank you so much. Good luck to our boys. And, for guys that are injured, guys that are sick, hey, it's just part of the process, right? Trust the process. It'll all work out in the end. Let's go, Bows. Our Rainbow Wahine soccer team opened up camp this week, and they're spending some time literally camping out at Camp Mokuleia, bonding. I think that's extremely special. Getting away from your normal practice field, getting out of that environment and almost being forced to literally work together, create that bond, because it takes that. In all sports, I don't care what you're playing, if it's a team sport, if you don't have the cohesiveness, if you don't have that together, that ohana type atmosphere, it's not going to work out. I know, because I've been on teams like that. I've been on teams where there were individuals who just cared about themselves. And they became what's called cancers in the locker room. It never works. Hey, and it's not just players, it's coaches. Everyone involved needs to come together, right? The culture gets set, the expectations of what we expect from each other, player to player, player to coach to coach. That's extremely important. So, look, hey, enjoy that time, right? But I know you guys are gearing up to get back out there. We finished the season strong last year. We've got some momentum. There's some excitement. And so let's use this time to get better, to build upon the momentum that we finished with last year. And so, hey, good luck. Continue to do that, and we're all rooting for you guys. All UH sports, we love it. Right? If you're a fan of one, you're a fan of all. And that's the difference. I talked about it. That's the difference that we have here in Hawaii, in our culture, and our people, is that we love on everybody. If you're representing that H, hey, you're representing everyone, and we love it. So congratulations. Look, keep pushing through. I know camp can be a grind, but that's what it's all about. It's about that grind. Keep it up, continue to bond, and we look forward to seeing you come game day. Let's go, Bows. I'll be jumping back into the water here. It is the weekend coming up, so what better way than to cool off by canoe racing. It is the Hawaii Canoe Racing Association Championship this weekend, and Oahu's champion, Lanikai, is looking to make it a third straight title. Right? And this is the first time that we're having this state championship since the pandemic started. And so, when you are the bull, right? The favorite, the champion, there's sort of a chip on your shoulder. Like you walk around, you have to walk around with that heart in your sleeve. You have the confidence, but if there's no competition, right, there's no race, there's no way to continue to prove that, to continue to prove yourself. And so we've talked about canoe paddling before. We've talked about how, everyone I know is thankful to be back out there, doing what they love. But it's something about that competition, something about having the opportunity to prove that you're the best, not once, twice, but for a third time. We talk about dynasties, right? The New England Patriots, I'm talking the Chicago Bulls, but today, those Golden State Warriors. You want to continue to do that because the hardest thing to do is to repeat as a champion, is to stay on top. Everyone's in the same boat. Everyone has the same opportunity. Everyone's grinding. Everyone has potential. But to repeat is the hardest thing to do. And so as a champion, you don't relax. You don't get complacent because hey, the X is on our back. Everyone's coming for our spot. So we're going to go back to work. We're going to train harder than we did last season. We want to prove that we have what it takes to do this day in, day out, year in, year out. And so Lanikai, hey, good luck. No pressure. If you believe in yourself, you go out, you make it happen. And to the other clubs, hey, it's just another race. You can't let the big lights of the big moment affect you and let the big bull, right, intimidate you. Yeah, I'm going onto the other side, the other perspective, because I've been there as well. You cannot let that happen, right? You elevate yourself. But that's why you practice hard. That's why you train hard, because the race day, game days, that should be the easy part. You guys have all put in the work. You guys have all grinded it out. You guys have all been through the hardest part. Now it's time to have fun. All right, go out there, do what you guys do, and just have fun. No one's a loser. Right? Everyone wins. But there can only be one champion, unfortunately, but no one loses. So make sure you guys take that in this weekend. Have fun, enjoy it, and pull hard. And that is it for today's show. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in on this beautiful Aloha Friday. Thank you again to Long's Drugs for making this possible. Thank you for all your support. Again, it's the weekend, so let's make Long's Drugs a part of that. Right? Take it in, support local. Mahalo again, guys. Thank you so much. Reset, relax, recover. You know the drill. And I'll see you all come Monday. Aloha.